If I'm wasted, I'll just say anything. I can totally see myself like marrying you one day, like just like as a funny thing to say out like.
Think if a girl said that to me at a bar, I'd be like,
no,
what
not
the
you.
I'd go like, let's get married.
Hey. Don't be afraid to catch feels. Ride your cup and chase thrills.
Greetings, Internet. It's Katie, and these are my friends here. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
What's up, guys? I'm Max.
What up? I'm Yo Frey.
I'm Julia.
Today we are answering some of your questions that were submitted last week on Instagram. So these are the experts here, so they're going to give you some good advice, hopefully. What do long, flirty stares mean?
They probably mean what you hope and think they mean. Like if you're staring at someone across the bar, it's not like...
Stares. I thought you were talking long
He just looked it up on Urban Dictionary.
Long flirty stares is 100% go. It's like go time. True, yeah.
I think if I catch a stare, I'm throwing a smile next time.
Throw a smile. And then if you're a girl and you're in a bar and you see a guy staring at you for a long period of time, do you go make a move? Or will they come to you?
I think at a bar's a little different than in like
a grocery store.
A grocery store.
If they're staring like that, like if they're staring at you like that, they should probably like go make the move.
Okay, Ginger wants to know, how do you know if you're a booty call?
Oh, I like that one. That one's
Other signs besides the basic only hits you up when it's convenient for him.
Well, is it a big deal if you are, like, if you're trying
I feel like booty call is such a negative connotation.
It really does.
like, if you're, like,
Right?
like, if you want something out of it and he's only calling you after a certain time, then, like, maybe don't, like, do it, but is it so bad if, like, you want to do it too?
So I had this guy who would only text me whenever I was doing something cool. Like whenever I was at Coachella or at the beach or like somewhere like, you know, cool, he'd text me and be like, hey, what's up? But like when I was like living my normal life, he wouldn't text me. And I like thought that was, I mean, not that I like wouldn't be opposed to like hooking up with him, but it kind of just like sent a very clear message to me that like, I don't know, he only wanted, it was just like, yeah, like he just like wanted, you know, so like it just depends, like read the signs, and eventually like it'll make sense to you, I feel.
If you're watching, pal, you're her.
Yeah,
he won't be watching this, I doubt.
Like if he was cool, he would just be there or know where you're like.
Right.
Make it a point to go there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Not texting, bombard you during.
How to survive a long distance relationship and how to keep the spark going.
Spice it up, you know, Snapchat, FaceTime. Be funny.
Yeah, I think you just need to be so calm.
Yeah.
Like you need to be so low key.
Don't freak out.
Yeah.
But still be present.
I feel like it's like a long distance race. You gotta like train for it. You gotta know that person, know that like it's gonna be worth it. You can actually go the long run. You just can't go without seeing them for that long if you don't know them that well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's also all about communication.
Yeah.
Like if you're and just being honest.
Transparency.
Yeah, like full transparency. It will fail if you're not. Yeah.
Okay.
Not trained. Can't endure.
Get marathon ready.
Exactly.
Balancing your friends / boyfriend, girlfriend alone time. Like how to like strike a balance with hanging out with your friends and your significant other.
Definitely make time for your friends and yourself.
Don't lose your friends over a girl or a guy, because relationships like that are fleeting, and it sounds cliche, it does, but like your boys and like your girls are your boys and your girls. So
I would hope so.
They're gonna be there before. They were there before. They're gonna be there after.
Exactly.
Right.
So don't let them fall to the wayside because you're like it's like struck.
Yeah, but also like if you repeatedly choose your boyfriend or girlfriend over your friends, then like your friends are just gonna stop asking you to hang out eventually. Like
I feel like it's like a very like a palpable feeling when your friends are slowly just like, you know, they don't ask you to do things anymore, and that's when you kind of realize, especially also if you've been canceling a lot, like if you find yourself canceling on things
or making up excuses.
Like your friends are not stupid, like they see that. I'm planning to start dating in college. I'm planning. She knows.
Dating a person.
She's planning to start dating in college. Do you think that it's possible to maintain a serious relationship during college? Do you have any tips?
Definitely worth it if it's with the right person, but don't just like date someone to date in college.
Don't go looking for it.
Yeah.
No offense, guys, because a lot of guys are, from what I understand, what I've taken from the experiences, a lot of guys are just trying to get their numbers up and sometimes might screw you over in the process and pretend they like you. It sounds like a personal thing, but it's not. So that's just from what I've observed.
It's a personal thing.
I wouldn't advise dating freshman year at all.
A big part of college is experiencing what it's like to be on your own and grow as an individual. So if you're like tacked onto another person the whole time, it's kind of hard to learn that.
You also had that chance to grow as a person, but you were sort of growing with someone else. instead of just like doing your thing.
And
So
then
you
you'll-
become
yeah.
a much you sort of lose sight of what you want to do.
Right. Well, and this is kind of related. Why is it harder to date in college? Literally because we just said like people want to have freedom, and people could see that as a bad thing, like the hookup culture of college. Like it's such a bad thing. I find it to be like fine. Like I haven't had any problems with it. Like,
I mean, think about it. When else are you going to be able to, in your life, openly just
Yeah.
hook up with people at random and it's like socially acceptable as fuck? Like, you can't do that at like
it's true.
26. You're just
Yeah.
like, you're wilding out. Like, come on. You're just like.
That's when
it's
you're
like-
having a crisis. Like if it's after college, like you're going through a crisis. But in college, it's like you might as well, you know, see what you like.
Well, you still can.
Yeah, I can see how like the hookup culture could be like. I mean, it could be like hard for some people, but like you just have to remember, like you're in college, you're still so young, you have so much time to find your significant other. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just because you're a slut in college doesn't mean you're going to be a slut for the rest of your life. You can always change. If you do start dating someone, I think it is good to be truthful about like how many people you've like did stuff with. Just keep it out there.
should you bring it up? Or,
Yeah,
like,
should you?
I feel like it just comes
go
up.
either
It
way.
comes up naturally.
I wouldn't because you might just get really upset.
It always, I mean, in all relationships
Yeah.
I've been in, it always just comes up and it's like not a big deal. So I guess just like the topic, like an umbrella topic of like your number and like telling your significant other, like when do you say it, how do you say it, do you say it at all? I feel like it should be fine. Like if we're at a
Yeah.
mature point in our relationship, it should not even matter.
Yeah.
It's
Like
fun.
it shouldn't matter.
Unless you
Yeah.
find out that it's like something horrific. Which I don't even know what that would
I don't even think it would bother
I'd be like,
me.
oh my god.
I don't
but
think
then
it would bother
I'd be
me as long as I like, I don't know. I don't think.
For me, I feel like it's more like not how many, it's just like who. Like,
Yeah.
Do I know them?
like if you're like getting
Yeah,
with
I
like
get
some
that.
beat ass people, then it's like I don't want to be in the same company as that.
I get that. I get that entirely.
You know,
I guess I never thought of it that way.
that's your own
interesting.
problem.
I have to agree with that.
Okay, that's pretty valid. When guys say something and they don't follow through with it, do they mean it? Or do they just say it, like just to say it? Like, oh,
I
let's
like
get
that.
lunch, but then they never follow up. Did they mean it or are they just being nice?
Well,
Depends on the scenario.
If they're drunk, don't take it like
They
any
probably just
insult.
forgot.
Yeah.
Don't take it as an insult,
Yeah.
but I think take it with a grain of salt if they're drunk. So yeah, I guess sometimes we'll say things that aren't true.
100%. If I'm wasted, I'll just say anything. I can totally see myself like marrying you one day, like just like as a funny thing to say out like.
Think if a girl
Funny
said that
thing.
to me at a bar, I'd be like,
No,
what
not
the
you.
fuck?
Not a girl, you.
It's okay when he says it.
Like a
It's okay when he
girl.
says it.
Think if I said that?
Hey, if you said
Like-
that to me, I would be freaked out too.
Not exactly those
In a
words.
cool
In a cool
Not
way,
even
I'd
though.
go like, let's get married.
Why do boys suck? Rachel wants to know.
Rachel.
Not all of us out
The
there.
boys
Sorry.
you've been talking to suck.
Yeah.
We don't suck.
Yeah.
Yes. Yo, you can't even plan that. That was like in 22 Jump Street with the two black twins. Where they say everything.
They're the two black twins.
Ashley wants to know how to deal with catching feelings from a friends with benefits.
Well, we read that article the other day where it was like,
We've read a lot of articles.
if you're consistently doing something for like over 2.5, 3 months, then it's like understandable that you would. Like,
It was yeah. I was
find
saying like
in some
after
way.
3 months, like it's not like a bad thing to be like, hey, like what's going on?
Yeah.
Especially if you haven't like established it as a friends with benefits.
Spending that quality time.
So how to deal with it?
Yeah.
I guess just like I mean, if you're really feeling it, have a conversation about it, and then like,
Definitely
if
bring it
it's-
up early.
Yeah, bring it up
Don't
before
let
you
it
get hurt.
Yeah, don't let it.
Don't
sit
just
there and grow.
assume. Don't just assume that it'll be something. You have to like be very verbal about it, or else like,
Yeah, otherwise you could
you
definitely
can have your feelings hurt. Yeah.
Communication.
Someone's got to say it first, so may as well be you.
If it's still going on after 3 months, they probably kind of like you. Like I wouldn't be able to like. I don't
3
know.
months is a long time.
Like just.
It's like psychopath shit. Like not having any feelings towards someone.
Allie wants to know biggest turn off.
Girls smoking cigarettes.
Wrong.
Even like when you're drunk and you're just like,
Yeah, totally
Wanna do
acceptable.
drugs?
Just bad odors.
bad
in general.
hygiene.
Okay, on the flip side, what would you
But,
say is like a big turn on in a girl?
Smelling good.
Again, back to the odors.
So you like
Hope the
good
odors up.
smelling
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I think it's like no, it's like the
Don't
little
be
shit like that.
stinky.
It's the
Yeah,
little
no.
stuff like that.
Don't be
stinky.
a good attitude. Like you don't
Yeah,
have like a
positive.
negative attitude about everything. Like that's so ugly.
Smiling a lot.
Smiling.
Yeah, you're right with the smiling call.
Adventurous, like down to just like do stuff, not be like, I don't want to do that, like just because they haven't done
Be
it before.
easygoing.
Open-minded.
Easygoing and open-minded is the biggest turn on.
You know, you're not trying to be cool. Trying too hard is a big turn off because it's so obvious to tell when girls try hard.
Yeah.
I agree.
Easier said than done.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you have to try hard to not try hard.
Like,
What's
you're
that?
nervous.
Oh, okay.
Like, can you give an example of that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, because some people have like social anxiety, and like you have to work hard to not be anxious.
That makes sense.
Fair.
You know, you have to like, really
Yeah.
train yourself and know exactly what you're about to walk into, and like some people really have to like think about that.
Yeah, be relaxed.
Exactly.
Don't overthink
Nothing's
it.
that serious.
Corey wants to know, how can you tell if a guy is really into you or if his personality is just flirty?
It's so hard.
Yeah,
Like,
it's so
his
tough.
flirt line.
If a guy has a super flirtatious personality but isn't making any advancements on you, I'd say that's just his personality. But if he's into you, he'll still realistically like, try to make plans or moves or whatever, right?
If every time the guy sees you, he's flirty, then that's a good sign. But if it's like every other time, it's like sometimes you're at the same party and it's like, hey, what's up? And then it's like other times it's like, oh, yo, what's up? Then it's like kind of just flirty, you know what I mean?
What if it's like only when they're drunk? And it's like,
that too.
I mean, and also you have to be aware of like, or like be cautious of how they act around other people too. Like, are they just flirting with you or with a lot of other people too?
That's
Because
a good point.
I mean, I don't know.
that would be.
I don't see myself ending up with someone who flirts with like 15 girls at the bar,
Definitely not.
plus me.
Keep your eyes open. Keep
Like,
your eyes
no,
open.
thank you.
Heels.
Span the field. Yeah.
Exactly. What would you say to someone who just had their heart broken?
Fuck it. No, it's
Well,
like,
that's true.
Be sad for a little bit.
Yeah.
Do what you need to do.
yeah.
Yeah, get in the gym, start wearing some new shit, start getting your swag up, come out a brand new person, and they're gonna be like, your ex will be like, damn, what happened? Like,
Make them sorry.
you gotta level up, you gotta level up.
Yeah, I think a lot of our friends, and like myself included, like sometimes after a breakup, will like rush really quickly into finding someone else.
And that's like
And that-
typical rebound.
Sometimes people
Yeah.
think that's the best type of revenge. I don't think so at all. Like
Bad
unless
luck.
it feels right. I don't think
It's a
so.
bad look. It's sort
It
of
just
like-
depends on you, like what you feel would help you.
Yeah, but yeah, I would say fuck it. You will be just fine.
Get back in there.
Life goes on.
When you're dating someone, is it okay to flirt with other people? No.
Hard no.
No.
Hard no.
It's okay to flirt with other people. You shouldn't want to.
Yeah.
If I saw
That's why it's
my
me.
girlfriend flirting with other people, I would freak out every time.
I'd just be super bummed. So don't do it. It's me. Number 2, how to maintain a long distance relationship if you go separate ways to college.
Have your single time, like we said earlier.
Yeah.
Just don't. I mean, like
Revisit.
try, but it's
The
fun.
college, high school thing is I've never seen it work in my whole life.
No.
Ever.
No.
That's
I know one relationship, and that's the only relationship I've ever seen.
First kiss on first date.
First kiss on first date.
That's fine.
I
That's
think
normal.
it's fair.
It happens.
And it's also a way to know if both parties are interested. Like I've been on dates that I'm not like completely into, and at the end of the date it's like there's always like something, and he went in for the kiss and I went in for a hug, and that was pretty much like, you know, it's very like tells you what's going on.
Absolutely.
So I think it's fair that if you like
Yeah.
really liked the date to kiss the guy.
Yeah, you don't have to. Don't be pressured to do it, but like if it's going great, no reason not to give a little smoocher.
Yeah, a little smooch. Yeah.
How do I recover from an incredibly embarrassing slew of drunk texting to my crush?
Arrow facing
Do it
upwards.
What he said.
Arrow facing upwards. Fuck.
So
My bad.
sorry about that.
Yeah, just chuck it up. Just admit what you did and be like, I was just fucked up, my bad.
Oh.
It's happened to the worst and the best of us.
Yeah.
It's true. On that note, this video is over. This has been a great time, guys. I hope your question was answered. If it wasn't answered, be sure to leave it down below, and our relationship experts will be sure to answer it in another time. So,
fun.
yeah, that's it for this video. Be sure to check out their social media in the description box below, and that's it. Bye, guys.